Full Bar TV bringing you all the action from this clash between Collegians and Thirroul. It's the final round of the ICRL League regular season. The top four is set. Collegians perhaps hoping to force their way into the major semi-final with a win here this afternoon and get two bites at that finals cherry. Thirroul, their finals race done for the season, fell just short of West by 4 last week, but will certainly be hoping to leave the season with some pride. Both sides on the field now as we'll pause for a moment.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you are able, would you please be upstanding? I'd like to observe a minutes of silence for the passing away recently of Matthew Richardson, Mark Algie, both past players, and Tom Thirroul, former club official and board member. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Boys and girls.
As we pause for a moment's silence there, both sides about to get things underway. The hosts will line up this way. Lee Higgins at fullback, Dante Erafermo and Reece Yeager on the wings, Matthew Tilley and the veteran Alapate Noilea in the centres, Daniel Burke and Luke Jerd in the halves, Andrew Chard and Jacob Wood up front, Heath Lestrange is the hooker and captain, Liam Cassidy and Blake Phillips in the back row, and Jordan Bowles locks the scrum. For the visitors, Jared Prosser at fullback, Hayden Crossan on one wing, Reece James on the other, Matt Gallagher and young Zach Lomax are the centres, Ty McCarthy at 5'8", Joel Johnson, the skipper at halfback, Joel Ruskin and Julian Flago up front, Jared Whitty at hooker, a back row of Luke Gallagher, Luke Godge and the veteran Aaron Beath locks the scrum as we get things underway. Tough take there for all. This is Flago bringing the ball back. He'll take it over the 20. Got the arm free. Wrestles his way there in the tackle. 3 involved in it for the Dogs. Whitty gets the pass on there. So it'll be Beath playing the ball there. Sorry, this is Beath with the football now. He'll take it up over the 40. Play the ball there to Whitty. Joel Ruskin there with the headgear. Takes it over halfway. Good opening set here for Thirroul. They'll be looking for a good kick on the end of it. Comes back to Johnson. He puts it nice and high. Won't be the first time we see a high ball this afternoon. There is a bit of breeze around. Hard to say if it is favouring either side here in the first half. We'll certainly test out the respective back threes of both sides as Lee Higgins brings the ball back there to the 10. This is Erafermo. Erafermo up to the 20. 3 involved in the tackle there for the Butchers. Burke in there at dummy half. This is Bowles. He'll play the ball there on the 20. Slowish play the ball to Lestrange. Out to Jerd, on to Phillips. He takes it up there to the 30. He'll play it there to Lestrange. On to Chard. Big strong man is Chard. Good offload there too. Finds his front row partner in Wood. Slow start to the set, but gaining some momentum here, the Dogs. This is Jerd. Good kick down there. Finds the ground. This was Prosser to bring the ball back. Met there in a strong tackle from Woods. Drives him back inside his own 20. Good kick and chase there from Collegians. Coach Nathan Thiem will be looking for plenty of that this afternoon. As we see the first penalty of the afternoon there, Marcus Jennett lingering a little bit too long there in the tackle. The Dogs, interesting to see how Collegians start this game. They have had a fortnight off with the bye-in, a wet weather weekend. Can go one of two ways. They may find themselves a little bit underdone here early on, although they have some injury concerns. The extra week may just have helped them get some of those bodies rested up and ready for this clash 1 week out from the finals. This is Dodge. On to Ruskin. Met well there in the tackle of Bowles and Cassidy. Whitty probing run out from dummy half. Drops the ball out the back there to Johnson. On to Prosser. Monstered there in the tackle from Nolea. Ball dribbles out the back. This is Gallagher. He'll settle here for the Butchers. Flego. On to Ruskin. Lestrange coming in over the top there. Might have been a bit high. It was. Second penalty there for Butchers. So a third straight set. They'll start this one from deep. Deep inside Collie's territory. Whitty in a dummy half. On to Flego. He's held there just short of the line, right under the black dot. Whitty passes on to Johnson. Flat ball there for Beath. He'll be held there 5 metres short of the line. Flego. Flat ball there for Ruskin. Good interchange of passing between the forwards early on here from the Butchers. Certainly coming here with nothing to lose this afternoon and playing that way. McCarthy drops that ball on the toe and Dodge might have got it. They'll say he was offside in front of the kicker there, so a relieving penalty for Collies. Good set in defence there on their own line from the Dogs. As Jerd finds touch. Erafirmo inbounds the ball there to Tilly. On to Burke. Cassidy held there. He's gone over the 30. Lestrange on to Chard. Has battled some injury worries the last season or so, but been very good for them so far this year, Andrew Chard. As Lestrange probes out from dummy half. Takes it over the 40. Bowles in a dummy half onto Jerd. Underneath there for Phillips. Held there, 3 men involved. Gallagher and Ruskin doing most of the hard work there. So they go to Jerd. Nice kick, finds the ground again. This will test out the back three there. So Thirroul, they'll start this set from deep inside their own end. Prosser on to Gallagher. He's held 5 metres out from his own line. Ruskin bringing the ball forward. Slow going in this set for the visitors. Flego, good carry, finds his front. Needed that one, the Butchers coming out of trouble. As Whitty probing from dummy half again, good run. He's up towards the 40. And Johnson will kick from inside his own 40. Jaeger awake to it though, catches that one on the full. On to Lee Higgins, former Butcher Lee Higgins. Debuted under Nathan Feen at Thirroul in 2014. Played 2 seasons there with the Butchers. Has linked again with Feen here at Collies this year, been outstanding for them as well. Snowlayer, make his way up towards halfway. Jaeger, another former Butcher, he takes the ball over halfway. Both sides getting in the arm wrestle here early on. This is Bowles. Finds some space. Offload there for Wood. Takes it to ground there on the 30. Lestrange jumps out from dummy half again. Looks for the kick through. Whitty picks it up, toes it ahead. Neat work there from the young Butchers hooker. Puts his side back on the attack. Ruskin over the 40. Heavily involved early on, the veteran. Prosser puts his hand up for a carry through the middle. He takes it up towards the 40. Whitty on there to Johnson. Johnson onto McCarthy. He's held just shy of the 20. Beath brings the ball short side. Onto Dodge. Held there in the tackle of Cassidy. This will be the last. Beath. Nice little kick there from Beath. A throwback to his days as a 5'8". Collected there at the back by Higgins. Nolea in from the left edge, looking for some hard work there. Always hard to handle, Nolea. This is Arafermo. Neat start from both sides. Working their way into the arm wrestle. This is Nolea again. Plays the ball to Lestrange. Long ball for Burke. Dummies twice. Goes off his right foot. Key man for them this afternoon, Daniel Burke. Most accustomed to having the 13 on his back, wearing the 6 this afternoon, with Collies battling a few injury worries. Certainly not a stretch for him. Very skillful player. Nathan Feen, we expect him to direct his side around the paddock here this afternoon as Cassidy will... Poor ball there. Straight over the side. Gave Arafermo no chance of catching that one. Nathan Feen won't be happy with that one. Gives the ball back to the Butchers here. They'll start another set inside Colley's half. Gallagher on to Flago. Held there by Chard and Lestrange. Whitty on to Beath, and Beath spilt that one. Bit of a tough pass, but probably catchable by his standards. So a bit of a messy couple of minutes there from both sides, as they look to gain the early upper hand. It'll be Jerd to get things back underway. As we mentioned, can be a tough conditions out there this afternoon, very breezy. So your shadow cast over the ground now, certainly jacket weather up here in the grandstand. That breeze may just shorten up a few passes out there this afternoon. Second go at the scrum. And now a push from Thirroul. Bit messy that one, but we get on with things. Tilly takes the ball up to the 40, held there by Dodge and Gallagher. Lestrange on to Chard. Met there by Whitty up off his line quickly. Aaron Beath also coming into the tackle. Lestrange on to Bowles. Good shot there from Flego. Slow going here for Collies in this set. Lestrange out the back for Burke. Burke goes hard at the line. Met there by Dodge. Good carry from the 5'8". Lestrange out from dummy half again. Long ball there. Couldn't handle Bowles. Ends up in the arms there of Luke Gallagher. Will be made to play it 25 metres out from his own line. Ruskin met there by Jerd. Another carry there for Ruskin, racking them up early on. Crossland. Held there 5 metres short of halfway. Johnson on to Gallagher. Gallagher been outstanding form for the Butchers this year. Would have to be close to their player of the year so far this season. Certainly in the conversation as he earns a penalty there for his side. Johnson with the touch finder, and a good one too. Gets it 12 metres shy of the try line there. Great kick there from Johnson. One of the best hookers in country rugby league, but with this young side, with Rule this season, has had to step into the chief playmaking role. Done an admirable job. In there at first receiver again. Dummies twice. Finds McCarthy. Holds it up there for Dodge. Breaks one tackle. Still going Dodge. Ooh, and upended there. Marcus Jenner says it was okay. Flego, good tackle there from Bowles, up off his line quickly. Lined out here to the right, the Butchers. Johnson goes off his right foot. Held there, 10 metres out in front of the posts. Plays it to Whitty. McCarthy. On to Gallagher. Looking to get the arm free, but he'll take it to ground. Fifth and last tackle here for the Butchers. Rolled it in there, bounces off the knees there of Burke first, and then takes a deflection off Prosser. And Marcus Jennett says we'll get things back underway out at the 20. Look good there early on the Butchers, though I'm sure Jerry Costello will be looking for a bit more polish on the end of their sets. Can't quite get the ball into the in goal. Be a 7-tackle set here for Collies. Fermo in off the wing, looking for a carry through the middle. Onto Lestrange, Tilly. Looks like they might have been offside there, they were. Experienced whistleblower Marcus Jennett looking to keep the sides apart here early on. As Jerd finds touch. Lestrange onto Burke. Onto the 18. As we see Lestrange, Jerd at the back there for Higgins, crabbing his way across the field. No layer onto Jerd. Bowles will settle for the Dogs, 10 metres out from the Butchers line. Lestrange out from dummy half, takes it right to the line, onto Burke. At the back there for Higgins, caught them a little bit short until he can't handle the pass. Opportunity goes begging there for the Dogs. Tilly looked like he was running into the hole. The pass just not quite where he wanted it there. Some good shape there though from the host. They certainly had caught the Butchers out. Sure it won't be their last foray down here on this right edge. But the Butchers let off the hook. Get things back underway from their own 10. McCarthy feeds the scrum. Onto Matt Gallagher. Takes it up towards the 20. So it's like Noble on the field. Luke Gallagher. Still going Gallagher. Almost up to halfway there. Good strong carry. Ruskin. Up towards the 40. Johnson goes short side, back on the inside for McCarthy. Look to see plenty of that this afternoon. As Johnson puts that one on the toe, rolls it in towards Higgins. Higgins will try to shatter that one dead. Made to play at it. Good chase there. Good chase there from the youngster Matthews. He's forced to drop out there for his side. And repeat sets here for the Butchers, not for the first time so far in this game, though we're looking to get some points on the end of it now. Drop out there, the Prosser. He finds Flego. Back there, met at the top there, looks like Higham it was. Bowles also helping out with the hard defensive work underneath Ruskin. Met there, good tackle from Cassidy. But Ruskin goes again, pinches another couple of metres. Whitty comes short side to Beath, the 300 gamer. He's held there on the 10. And a bit of extra work there from Burke. Put that down to the experience of Aaron Beef there. Drawn a penalty there from Burke. Bit of frustration there. So another set for the Butchers. Ruskin bringing the ball forward. He's 5 metres out. Whitty. Back on the inside for Johnson. Good pass there for McCarthy. Slips one tackle. Tilly there making the tackle, and he had to make it. McCarthy going close to the line. This is Johnson. We use Ruskin again. He gets the offload out the back to Whitty. Whitty with the offload as well for Flego. Butchers turn it on here. Some good scramble though from Collies to deny them on that occasion. Bad pass there for McCarthy. Dodge picks up the scraps. He's 10 metres out. McCarthy here on the blind side. They go to him. Look for Prosser back on the inside. He'll reach out and he'll score there, McCarthy. Good effort there from the veteran. Hadn't really caught the dog short there. Just put that down to a good strong carry. Had Prosser on the inside with the dummy. But held the ball, reached out and scored. Something had to give there, you would think. Lot of ball down Colley's end for the visitors in the opening 20 minutes. Be happy to come away with some points. Gallagher will attempt the conversion. As we mentioned earlier, Thirroul coming off a very, very good performance against West last week. We're down by 20 points at half-time, came back, got within 4, and certainly finished the stronger in that game. Coach Jared Costello very proud of his young side last week. They would have taken plenty of confidence out of that to bring into this match. And certainly has started this game with plenty of running. Gallagher moves in. Not a bad strike and straight through the posts. Good kick there from Gallagher, as we mentioned. There is a bit of breeze. Makes it tough for kickers here this afternoon, but no mistake there. So 6-0 after 21 minutes. Probably a fair indication of the way this one's gone. It'll be Jaeger to get us back underway. Sends the kick down. Will be fielded by McCarthy. Finds Ruskin. Good shot there from Bowles. Ruskin done plenty of work early on. Sort of lumbered up to the defensive line there. Flego as well. Collies with their tails up in defence here. Lestrange and Phillips involved in that tackle. On to Beath. Met there by Lestrange and Phillips again. Whitty out to Johnson, underneath for Gallagher. Good defensive set here. That's Mason Pure coming on off the bench. Pure probably the best impact player off the interchange bench in the Illawarra Coal League. Has certainly proved it thus far this season. And with his side just a little bit under the pump, Nathan Fee might be looking to him to wrest a bit of momentum back for his side as this Jaeger brings it back almost to the 40. Not a bad set there from Thirroul after points. No layer met there in the tackle. Pure, as we just mentioned, does come on and lift the Dogs from the interchange bench. Held there with Lestrange. Lestrange on to Phillips. Great leg drive from Phillips. Always tough to tackle. Low centre of gravity. And Lestrange pops out. Not much support with him, though, on that occasion. A bit of a messy play the ball as well, and he's lost it there, Lestrange. So another set there, not finished off the way Nathan Feen would have liked. has been their Achilles heel at times this season, Collegians. Some poor ball handling. On most occasions, have been good enough to overcome that and get the win. But it's certainly something Fiend will want to address heading into the finals. Can't afford in finals football to hand over that much football. As Ruskin might be due for a spell, Ruskin, and he comes from the field now, as does Flago. 15. Hayden Lomax onto the field. As Gallagher moves it up towards halfway. Hell of an engine, Gallagher. He'll go all afternoon. There's a good kick there from Whitty. Finds the space. Rolls into touch. And I don't think either side will be too disappointed with that. Has been a grind early on in this match as both sides slow towards the scrum. As we see a few hands on hips and knees. Looking down to the sideline, young Zach Lomax looks like he's about to be injected into the action as well. Was outstanding last week for the Butchers. Both Zach and Hayden Lomax, of course, members of the Illawarra Steelers SG ball side this season that reached the grand final. Both big futures. Dragons fans won't be the last to hear of either man. They've re-signed with the club for another 2 seasons. Good news for Dragons fans. We'll see a penalty here for Collies. A relieving one. Perhaps have looked a little bit flat, Collies, as we mentioned earlier on. Have had 2 weeks without football. Might have expected them to take a little while to get going. When they do, certainly capable of playing some expansive and entertaining footy. Lestrange. This is Higham. Held there by Ruskin. Lestrange out from dummy half again. Phillips comes hard onto that pass. Endy offload. Onto Jerd there. Collie always start to look dangerous when Lestrange makes his probing runs out there, and another penalty, so momentum slowly shifting back towards the hosts. Probably their best opportunity of the half here. Full set inside the Thirroul territory. This is Pure. Plays the ball to Lestrange. On to Phillips. He's held 5 metres short of the line. Lestrange out from dummy half again. Finds Burke. Flat ball there for Cassidy. Tackle there from Matt Gallagher needed to be made. Burke dummies. Onto Lestrange. He finds Higham. Breaks out of 1 tackle. Still going Higham. He'll play the ball. Good quick play. The ball short of the line. Bowles. Onto Phillips. And Phillips, good offload out the back there from Phillips. Bowles looking for the line. He might get there. And he has. And there's the hit back from Collies. That's what Blake Phillips can do. He looked held for all money there, but produced the offload for Bowles, and too strong for the defence there at the end. And Reece Jaeger will have a kick from in front of the post to level things up here. Just their second foray into Thirroul territory, Collegians there, and they've come away with points. As Joel Johnson and Blake Phillips join Marcus Jenner for a mini conference here. In fact, it'll be Burke who will attempt the conversion from in front. Burke moves in and makes no mistake with that one. So the score's level, 6-all, 12 minutes to half time. Zach Lomax very keen. His first involvement this afternoon. Looks like it will be the resumption here. Certainly up quickly there. High one there from Lomax. Fielded there by Burke. And Phillips coming in off the back fence. As we said, produced the offload for the try here. This is traditionally where Blake Phillips can be very dangerous. 10 minutes before half time, a little bit of sting out of the contest. Very good at picking his time to strike. Although a mistake there from Collies. Marcus Tennant ruling a knock-on vote from Thirroul. Must have got a hand there to the ball. Yep, the arm goes out Collegians' way. It was a bit messy, but they'll take a deep breath and start again. Jerd feeds the ball to Lestrange. Higgins off his right foot. Good step there. Beat the tackle of Gallagher. It was Beath breaking from the scrum who dragged him down. Bit of a knock on there. Yes, it was. Higgins vehemently protesting there. Marcus Jenner having none of it though, awarding the scrum to the Butchers. So disappointing there from Collies. Nathan Feen would have badly wanted them to complete after points. Haven't been able to do it there. Lomax tackled there by Nolea. That could develop into a great battle out there on that edge as the afternoon progresses. Another penalty here. Young Luke Jerd just lingering a little bit too long there in that tackle. Lomax with the touch finder. Gallagher again. As we mentioned, hell of an engine, can go all afternoon. Held there just over the 20. This is Lomax. One of several teenagers in this lineup, Hayden Lomax. McCarthy onto Prosser. Out there to Reece James. Back to Prosser. Prosser props. Heads back down the blind side. Whitty finds Matt Gallagher with the long ball. Held there and Phillips has immediately reached at his knee. Reached straight for that right knee, did Phillips. Concerning for Nathan Feen, just a week out from finals. Blake Phillips, of course, as tough as they come. Looks like he's going to try and play this one out. Perhaps just a cork. Takes his place in the defensive line, though. Still looks badly hobbled by that. Interesting to see if the rule do target him as he tries to get some movement back in that leg. Johnson. Monstered there by Pure. On to Prosser on the blind side. Finds Lomax, goes off his right foot. Met in a three-man tackle out there. And that's the last tackle, so a poor end of the set there. Certainly don't think Lomax realised it was the fifth tackle there. Jared Costello will be disappointed with that. Would have wanted to ask more questions of the Dogs' defence so close to half-time. Erafirma up towards the 20. Nolea in off the left edge. Good carry. Plays the ball to Lestrange. On to Burke. Dummies. Held there. 3 men involved. Lestrange out from dummy half. Big inclusion for them in this game. Lestrange has battled a few hamstring worries over the latter part of this season, but back this afternoon, looks unhampered by it. As Jerd puts the kick down there to Prosser, he breaks one tackle. Jerd, with the chase of his own kick, produces the tackle. On to Gallagher. He's up towards the 40. This is Lomax. Solid tackle there underneath from Phillips. And an interesting one there. Looks like Marcus Gennett's hand toward his mouth. Might have been a bit of back chat there from Collies. No, it's a high tackle, he signals. Seven minutes to the break. Collies be desperate to hold on here. James on to Gallagher. Gallagher plays above his weight every week, Matt Gallagher. On to Dodge. Bumps away from Lestrange. Phillips comes again and makes the tackle. Johnson with some space. Tries to roll that one through. Neat work there from Pure. Deflects the kick and dives on the loose ball. So another let off there for Collies. As Nolea settles for his side. Bit of a miscommunication there, but the ball ends up with Erafirmo. He's held there on the 30. Bit of an unadventurous set so far from the Dogs. Have absorbed a lot of pressure at their own end. They'll be looking for a good set and a kick, you would imagine. Lestrange there for Tilly. Nice tackle around the legs there from James. Lestrange goes blindside and looks for touch. Nice settling kick there from Lestrange. Experienced campaigner Lestrange. Realised his side had been under a bit of pressure there, so he rolls the ball into touch, earns his side a spell. See a Thirroul player down back here. It looks like it might be young Hayden Lomax. Might have caught one there as he attempted the tackle on Lestrange. Brother Zach in there, showing some concern. As we mentioned earlier, both Lomax boys certainly have big futures at the top level. Looks like he might have a bit of a head gash there, so Lomax comes from the field. Ruskin back on to replace him. McCarthy feeds the scrum. Out to Gallagher. Good carry again from Gallagher. He's up on the 30. Plays it to Whitty. Spilt the ball there and Pure had picked up the scraps. But a bit of stoppage and a bit of argy-bargy going on there as well. Both sides getting a little bit restless there. Looks like it was Matthews that spilled the ball there for the Butchers. Both sides still a bit of verbal going on. Plenty of feeling in this one. Marcus Jennett, the experienced whistleblower, he's just taking a moment to settle things down. Calling out Johnson. Might be Dodge getting a bit of a warning there. Not for the first time this afternoon. Marcus Jennett laying down the law to the two skippers. So the ruling knock on from Collies. Butchers will get one last chance here to mount another raid. Out to McCarthy. Good shot there from Bowles breaking from the scrum. In fact, it was actually Gene Murphy breaking from the scrum too, but tackles back to back there, but a penalty. And a bit of back chat there from Collies, and Marcus Jennett marches them another 10 metres. Interesting decision here. They may look for the two. No, they'll go for touch. Instead, they'll tap it. Not all that surprising. Thirroul, obviously out of finals contention. Nothing to lose here this afternoon. Fligo slow play the ball. Onto Johnson. Dodge tackled there by Cassidy. Ty McCarthy back across the other side of the rock onto Lomax. Stands up Nolea, comes back on the inside, tackled there by Jerd. Plays the ball to Rusk. This is Ruskin. Ruskin held 8 metres shy of the try line. Out there for McCarthy. Dummies once. Matt Gallagher flick out the back to Prosser. Prosser stops, starts and goes again. Good tackle in the end there from Lestrange. That's the 5th. Johnson here to the right of the ruck. That's where they go. Puts that one up for Lomax. Pulled down by Lomax. And he gets the ball out the back. Gallagher can't handle. And a great pick up there. I think that's Gene Murphy over there in cover. No, it was Bowles in fact. No layup. Drops it back there for Lestrange. Higgins against a broken defensive line. Can be dangerous. Held there by Lomax. Lestrange goes blindside. Jerd will take them on. Tackled there on the 40. This is Murphy. Held there by Ruskin. Lestrange onto Nolea. He takes it up to halfway. 5th tackle. They'll go left. Murphy ended up with the ball. I don't think the pass was intended for him. Pure will put the kick in. Not quite the end they would have been looking for, but it does the job. That's Prosser. Takes the ball up towards the 40. Matt Gallagher puts his hand up. Just shy of halfway. Now Ruskin. 90 seconds left in this half. Thirroul with one last chance to mount something with the ball. Johnson dummies. Fends away from one. He'll split. He's got McCarthy in support. McCarthy will run away and score. And that's a massive blow for the Butchers to land, as we mentioned, right on half-time. Clever work there from the skipper, Joel Johnson. He's let the ball go for most of the afternoon. Held it there. Broke free from one tackle, and Ty McCarthy, as ever, in support to score his second untouched. Big blow to land. As again, Marcus Jennett will caution a few players. He's calling out Phillips. Then it looks like Higgins. So Lomax will attempt the conversion. Certainly not the most difficult of assignments, right in front of the post. Lomax in those distinctive orange boots. Moves in and makes no mistake with that one. So a 6-point lead for the Butchers. That'll just about do us. 8 seconds left on the clock as both sides make their way towards the sheds. Bit of a arm wrestle there that first half. Probably a fair indication of the way this one's gone. A 12-6 lead to the Butchers at half-time. And we'll be back with the second half in just a little while.
Is your smile holding you back? See the orthodontic specialists at Smile Team and discover how Invisalign could help you achieve the smile you've always wanted. Want to know more? Invisalign, the almost invisible teeth straightening aligners that will help you to create a winning smile. Contact Smile Team Orthodontics today to arrange your Invisalign assessment. Smile Team Orthodontics, 100% pure orthodontics.
Come on into Collegians. Factory specialises in ribs, dry-aged steak and wood-fired pizzas, sourcing quality ingredients from the local area. So, see you at Collegians.
Welcome back to Collegian Sports Centre for the second half of this clash between Collegians and Thirroul. The Butchers leading 12-6 at the break. Landed a big blow with a try right on the stroke of half-time. Two-time McCarthy. He scored 2 in the first half. Probably a fair indication of the way that first half went. Thirroul slightly better. Collegians still hanging around though. Of course, they'll be looking to take some form into the finals next week. Bit of a sluggish start. That could be the effects of the 2 weeks off. Have it all to do here in this second half, but aside of their capability, certainly able to overturn this deficit and then some. Remember the last clash between these two sides. Thirroul had a healthy lead at half-time, only to be overrun by the Dogs. 2 key men on that day, Adam and Sam Clune, not out there today, so it'll have to be someone else for the Dogs. That's Erafemo on to Chard. Good carry again from Chard, had the arm free. Takes it to ground on the 40 and marches a couple more metres there. Tangles up there with young Whitty and picks up a penalty for his side. There's plenty of impetus early on here from the Dogs. They'll start a set inside Butcher's territory. Lestrange onto Burke. Murphy held up there on the Butcher's 40. Dodge and Whitty doing the hard defensive work there. This is Chard again. Another strong carry, finds his front on the 30. Good start here from Collegians. Jerd, dummies. Slips through one tackle. Flego comes in cover to drag him down 10 metres out. Strange jumps out again. Onto Chard. Finds Burke. Burke dummies. Comes back the other way for Jerd. Back to Burke. Bit directionless here from the Dogs as Burke takes it to ground. Lestrange. Flat ball there from Woods. Good tackle there from Flego. Got off his line to make that tackle. Comes short side to Jerd. Dummies. Went desperately close there. That was the last tackle and turn it over. I think it was Dodge making the tackle. Jerd, he looks certain to score there. Not the first time in that set either. does possess a good running game, does Jerb. We'd like to see him perhaps use a little more in this second half. Some encouraging signs there early on as Ruskin brings the ball back towards the 20. Matt Gallagher. Chard and Cassidy making the tackle. On to Whitty, this is Crossland. He'll be held there on the 40 by Lestrange. Johnson will look for the kick from inside his own 40. Not a bad one, finds the grass. Jaeger brings the ball back. Johnson there chasing his own kick, makes the tackle. Along with Gallagher and Prosser. Higgins held there by James and Gallagher. This is Tilley. Good run from Tilley. Pinches 12 metres and more. Up towards the 40. Great run from the centre there. Coming in to help his forwards out. Murphy. Hard and straight. Good hit there from Gallagher. Murphy wore it well though. Held there on the 30. Jerd goes to the line again onto Phillips. The offload there. Dumped on his head afterwards too there, Phillips. Appealing for a penalty. It won't come. That's the last tackle onto Burke. Drops it onto the toe. Collected there by McCarthy. And the touchy has come in, and he might have come back for that tackle as we mentioned earlier on, Phillips. Looked like he did at least go past the horizontal there after offloading the ball. Be interesting what they rule here. So the play did go on. It was Whitty, and he'll be called out here by the referee. So that'll go on report. And they will come back and blow the penalty. Don't think being on report will be of too much concern for the Butchers. As we mentioned, this will be their last game of the season, out of finals contention. But a penalty and an opportunity here for Collies. Two balls on the field. Bit of a false start here. We'll try again. Jerd onto Murphy. Loses his footing there, held there by Beath and Whitty. Burke takes it right to the line. Dummies. Looks to slip through, held down there by Ruskin it was. Chard again. Held there by Dodge and Ruskin. Very deep out here to the left, Collies. This is Jerd, takes it to the line. Pass there at Higgins. He'll stop and go back the other way. Very good at catching out lazy defenders is Higgins, but he's held there by Whitty. Wood. Met front on there by Dodge, Ruskin as well. Prosser also coming in to involve himself. It was a slow play of the ball there, and Marcus Jennett blows the penalty there. They did linger a little bit too long there in that tackle, the Butchers. Lestrange with the tap. Jerd, second man for Higgins. Well read there by Lomax in from the centres, snuffing out that attacking raid. On to Chard. Steps off his right foot, looking for support. Held up just short. Lestrange onto Burke. Off his right foot, spins out of one tackle. Held there by Prosser and Ruskin. And the ball's come out there, I'm not sure how. And Burke's thrown one there at Aaron Beath, and it's on here as both sides come in and get involved. It's not the first time they've come together, those two this afternoon, Beath and Burke. And Burke, well, he wasn't going to miss with that one. He walked about 3 or 4 metres to get involved there. As we mentioned, Thirroul, nothing to lose. There is no next week for the Butchers. Collies, though, have a couple more weekends to go. They'll be looking to calm things down here as Nathan Fiend sends his runners out there. Certainly looked like Burke did at least throw one punch there. Before plenty of players become involved, it became a bit of a mess there at the end. So we saw plenty involved in that one. Will be tough for the officials to make sense of that. Been a few little scuffles here this afternoon. Plenty of feeling in it. Thirroul skipper Joel Johnson makes his way over. It looks like they've called out Luke Dodge here. And he's been sent. So Dodge gets his marching orders. He'll have an early shower. As we saw, it was hard to see what really occurred there once all the players became involved, but the officials obviously seen something there from Dodge, so he'll make his way from the field. Although you have to think he'll be joined by at least one Collegians counterpart here pretty shortly. It's Phillips, the skipper, called out. It looks like Liam Cassidy joining him here. So he's been sent as well. So there it is, 1 for 1. 33 minutes to play here, and it'll be 12 on 12. We might not be done yet, as we see more players called out. And now Burke will be called out. Lestrange given a caution on the run, he'll go away. Fiend will be hoping Burke can stay on the field. We mentioned earlier on he's a key man in this side here this afternoon, but he won't. And he's been given his marching orders as well. There we go. It's going to have the look of a touch football game here. It could well be 11 on 11. We might not be done yet. It was very much a grind there in the first half, but with less players on the field, we could see a very expansive second half here now. So it will be 12 on 11 for the rest of this one. 33 minutes to play, so we could see just about anything here this afternoon now. Lomax. On to Ruskin. Ruskin plays the ball there to Beath. Met there in the tackle of Chard. Onto Ruskin. Tackled low there by Murphy. Ball comes out to Johnson, onto Gallagher. Still wrestling the tackle there. Gallagher will be held there by Jerd. A lot of responsibility will fall on Jerd here in this second half with Burke off the field. This is Beath again, second carry of the set. On to Johnson. McCarthy rather. Puts that one up high. Tough with the post there for Higgins. But a very good take there in the end from Higgins. He had the post to contend with. And the breeze, which has slightly died down in the second half, but still would have made that take difficult. Made light work it in the end, did Higgins. He'll tap it. Met there in the tackle, Ruskin and Gallagher. No layer. Good run there. Through the middle, he'll play it to Lestrange. On to Murphy, juggles it, regathers. And Phillips coming from deep and produces the offload there for Higgins. Higgins held there on the 40. Chard up onto the 30. Lestrange from dummy half. Rolls that one in behind. Crosland collects it. Loses his footing. He'll be held there inside his own 10. Gallagher. He's there 25 metres out from his own line. On to Beath. Beath, good shot there from Nolea. Came up out of the line there, good shot. Gallagher, they go back the blind again. Johnson in a dummy half finds Lomax. With a few less people on the field, you can expect Johnson to perhaps come in into dummy half. As we mentioned earlier on, he's more accustomed to having the 9 on his back, doing a job for his side at halfback. But against a lineup with 2 men down, we just may see him involve himself in around the ruck, looking for some tired defenders. Nalea looks like he's collected Zach Lomax a little bit high there. That'll go on report. Perhaps another concern there for Nathan Feen with finals action awaiting the Dogs next week, whether it be the major or the minor semi. Good touch finder there from Johnson. Lomax looks like he's okay. On to Gallagher. Chardham bowls Higgum, making the tackle there with Nolea. Johnson in at first receiver, dummies twice. On to McCarthy. There are some numbers out there, as you'd expect. They're still short on the blind side here, the Dogs. They go that way, the Butchers. McCarthy looks in, goes out. On there to James, back on the inside for Johnson. Good tackle there from Lestrange. Trailing back there in cover, had to make it. On to Gallagher, finds Ruskin. A flat pass there to Beath would have been tough to handle there, so the Dogs let off the hook there. Disappointing end of that set. Had a bit of promise for the Butchers. Dogs here looking to work it out from their own end. Could throw a blanket over them at the minute. There's no layer out to the 20. Strange onto Jerd. Finds Erafamo. Lifted there but put down gently. Strange onto Phillips. Have to think if Collies can get back into this one and overturn that deficit. Phillips will have plenty to say about it. This man as well, Lestrange. Not his best pass there though. Drop backwards out to Erafamo to pick up the scraps. And that's the 5th on their own 40. Pass comes to Jerd. He puts that high midfield bomb. Prosser coming forward to collect it. And he'll take it and slip the first tackle. And the second. Good return there. Met there by Nolea. Crosland. On to Gallagher. Down the blindside dummies. takes the ball to ground. Lomax out from dummy half, steps off his left foot. Held there on the Dogs 40. Slow play the ball onto Whitty. Johnson. The shift out there. Matt Gallagher, he's put that one down. It's a bit of a messy couple of minutes there from both sides. Still plenty to be written in this one. 27 minutes to play. Obviously with the extra space from some players missing, we'll get the lungs burning. Jude will eventually get things underway. Go blindside to Tilly. Caught him a little bit short there. Tilly's gone straight through. Will he have the pace to get there? He'll do it easy. And bring it under towards the post. Great individual effort there, Matt Tilly. They were a little bit short there on the blind side. Caught them out there. Great effort from Tilly. Momentum was against his side, but he's rested it back there with the try. Beautiful dummy. Away he went. Too much pace for the Thirroul cover. And we could have things levelled up here very shortly. It'll be Jaeger to attempt the conversion. An important one in the context of this game. On the right side for a left foot kicker. More than handy with the boot, Jaeger. Was the leading point scorer in the 2014 season whilst playing with the Butchers, and he makes no mistake with that one. So we're all level here, 12 apiece, 25 minutes to play. Still absolutely anyone's game. Lomax gets us back underway. It's very deep, too big. In fact, as we mentioned, that wind has really died down from where it was early on. And that one sails dead, so a good opportunity here for the Dogs. Just bit off a little bit too much there with the kick-off, Lomax. Lestrange with the tap. Dogs 40 metres out. On to Tilly, the try scorer. Single-handedly got his side back into the game in the last 5 minutes. On to Phillips. Phillips driving, still has the arm free. There's the knack of producing an offload. He'll take that one to ground though and play it. On to Wood. Jerd to the line, finds Higgins out the back. Tackled there by McCarthy. Neat little kick there from Lestrange, looking for the repeat set, but Crosland collects it and makes his way back into the field of play. This is James, spins out of one tackle. And suddenly it's the Butchers. You could throw a blanket over with hands on hips out the back. Gallagher met there by Cade Foreman, who's just come onto the field. Ruskin taking the ball forward. He's made his way just over the 20. Tackled by Foreman again. Butchers go blind. McCarthy dummies. Shudder to think the damage McCarthy could do against a shortened defensive line as Johnson goes off his right foot, kicks from inside his own 40. And that's gone out on the full as well. So not a good 5 minutes for the Butchers, with some of the basics slipping there. No doubt Johnson was looking for the line there from inside his own 40. Didn't quite get the angle on it he wanted, and it sails out on the full. So another good opportunity here for the Dogs with this set starting inside Butcher's territory. Wood spins out of one. Beath comes again with a second effort to bring him to ground. Nolea with a bit of head of steam. And tackled well, and he spilt the ball, but I don't think they quite got back there, the Butchers. Interesting decision here. You have to think with a few men down, they might take the two. Locked up at 12 apiece. It's a gimme 2 points if they choose to take it. And they will. If they do lead here, you can put it down to a few Butchers errors. Young Zach Lomax putting a kick-off out on the full. And the skipper Joel Johnson doing the same with a clearing kick. Wouldn't think Jaeger will make a mistake with this one. 15 metres out, almost dead in front. Could be a very big 2 points here if Jaeger slots this one. Moves in, straight between the posts with that one, so Collies lead 14-12, 20 minutes to play. Done well to swing momentum back their way. The onus now on Thirroul to produce something. Lomax, he may just pull this kick back a little bit. He does, he goes for the ground there, and they nearly get it back, but Tilly, nicely done. On to Foreman. Bumps away from one. Gallagher makes the tackle with Whitty. Nolea with a head of steam again. No doubt Fiend would have been looking to his veterans under these circumstances, and they're delivering here. And here's Phillips on the back of that charge. With the offload, dropped there by Wood. Phillips' hands go straight to his head. If he had his time again, he may just hold on to that one. As we said, can offload at will at times, Blake Phillips. Perhaps that one he may just have wanted to hold on to it. Hands the ball back to the Butchers. Collie scrum here looking almost looking like a rugby 7 scrum there. With a couple of men missing. Out to Lomax. Wrestling there with Nolea, gets away from him. Breaks a couple of tackles, Lomax, and he's into the clear. Got the arm free, looking for support. Can't find it as the Collies cover reels him in. Lestrange there, breaking from the scrum to make that tackle. McCarthy. Good shot there from Lestrange again. Whitty at dummy half. Out to Beath. McCarthy on to Prosser. Prosser eventually wrestled down there by Tilly and Arafamo. On to McCarthy. Dummies. Dummies twice. Almost slips through, collared there by Lestrange. Already has 2, McCarthy looking for his hat-trick here. Johnson to the line, goes back on the inside to Beath. Back to Johnson. Throws the ball to no one. And Foreman picks up the scraps. And Collies outlast the Butchers there. Perhaps a bit too much space there for Thirroul. Perhaps looking to spread the ball a bit too much rather than doing the hard work in the middle first. That's Jaeger in off the wing. Nathan Flynn will be looking for his back 5 to do as much of that as they can here in this last 17 minutes. Their forwards will plenty of work to do. Aziz Phillips again. Breaks from 1 tackle. Has the arm free again. And he's lost it there. Appealing for a penalty, it won't come. So a forgettable couple of minutes there for Phillips. As Luke Gallagher. He's 45 out from his own line. Aaron Beath. Good charge, still driving forward. Couple of defenders there to finish that tackle off. They won't get him to ground. Here's Gallagher again. Dummies inside, holds the football. And looking very short on their right. Collies. McCarthy calling for the ball out there. They'll go there. Takes to the line back inside for Johnson. He had open space in front of him and he spilt the pass. It was a lovely ball from McCarthy. As we mentioned, Collies looked a little bit short out there on the right. McCarthy shaped that way and caught the Dogs out back on the middle. But Johnson can't hold the pass. Another opportunity goes begging there for the Butchers. Lestrange could be getting a bit of a blood bin here. So Jerd to feed the scrum. Jaeger, met there by Johnson. Foreman off his right foot back towards Johnson. Makes the tackle there with Prosser. They go blind to Jaeger again. Lestrange on to Phillips. Phillips breaks a couple of tackles and another. Has the arm free, looking for support. He'll take it to ground 30 metres out. Foreman heavily involved since coming on from the bench. Last tackle, 25 metres out. That taking a deflection and Beath there to dive on the ball. Not sure what's happened there. An accidental offside. Knock on there from the Butchers. So Colley's another chance here. They'll have the scrum feed 15 metres out. Collie soaking up as much time as they can before feeding this scrum. Already caught the Butchers out once off a scrum in this second half. Higgins held there by Gallagher. Lestrange onto Wood. Dumped there by McCarthy. Matt Gallagher in there to finish the tackle off. Tilly again hard at the line. Phillips at first receiver, stops and goes again. Held there, 3 men involved in that tackle, still going Phillips. He got very close to the line there. Some deference defence denies him there, Lestrange. Flat ball for Jerd and the cutout ball there for Jaeger, and that's a try there. Great ball there from Jerd. It's a quick play of the ball, and it looks like Marcus Jenner's sending someone else. Looks like it's Jared Prosser, so we're going to have, for the next 10 minutes at least, 11 on 11. Starting to have the shape of an under 11s game. I imagine that was for descent. It was a lovely ball there from Jerd. You have to wonder how Collies managed to catch the Butchers short, being as they were one man down. Good play the ball there from Phillips, close to line. Drew in plenty of defenders. And Jerd with the vision to find the open man. So Jaeger to attempt the conversion. We have a big conversion this one if he can give him side an 8-point buffer with just 13 minutes to play. On the tough side for a left footer. Certainly not beyond him. Kicks it, and that'll be waved away. Just too much hook on that one. So the margin stays at 6. Butcher's still within striking distance. Had precious little football though in the last 5 minutes or so.
18 points for the try scorer, number 5 for Collegians. We've got 12.5 minutes to go.
So Lomax again with the restart. Goes deep with this one. This looks like bowls in off the dead ball line. Erafirmo off the wing. Both sides have gone for some smaller men out there. Smaller, more mobile men in the middle. Lestrange from dummy half. He's got Tilley in support. Jeez, he's run with some purpose this afternoon as Matt Tilley. Lestrange. He'll kick and look for touch. Clever kick there from Lestrange. Obviously his side's done plenty of work with a few troops off the paddock. Both sides grateful for the spell there. They'll sit there and recharge. This is Gallagher, first man off the scrum. Certainly plenty of open space out there. Crosland in off the wing, good carry. Draws in a couple of defenders. Plays it to Whitty. Hayden Jolly. He takes it over the 40. McCarthy and Johnson both here on this right side for the Butchers. Whitty out from dummy half. That certainly looks the way to go against a shortened defensive line for both sides. To get some men in and around the football at dummy half. As we mentioned, the temptation is to shift wide. Often find plenty of space through the middle. It's the last tackle. A few of the Butchers troops out on the left gesturing to the sky. They want this one up nice and high. Johnson obliges. Lomax will go up for it and drags it down and spins, and he'll go for the corner and he'll score. What a try there from Zach Lomax. Beautifully placed kick there from Johnson. Before the ball had even been played, Lomax was gesturing that he wanted the ball up nice and high. Great effort there from the teenager, as we mentioned a couple of times this afternoon. Very highly touted junior in the Illawarra Steelers system. Just his second first grade game here this afternoon. He picks up a crucial try for his side. And will look to add the extras. It's a tough assignment out there just inside the touchline. Lomax taking his time with it. 8 minutes to go. Could set up a grandstand finish with this one. Not a bad strike, but waved away. So Collies hang on to a 2-point lead. Still anybody's game with 8 minutes to play. Been a great effort from both sides in the second half. Both have had to overcome their fair share of adversity to turn on a pretty good game in this second stanza, as Jaeger provides the restart. On his fingertips there, McCarthy. They shift from the kickoff. This is Whitty. Ordinarily the man you'd send back on kickoff reception. Good run there from the 17, just come onto the field. Whitty at dummy half. Blindside to Johnson. They're a little bit short there. They go to Lomax again. He's in off the left side, but he may, flirting with the touchline there, manages to bring himself down inside it. We're told to move back to the mark. On to Johnson, McCarthy. He'll take it to ground on the Dogs 40. As they go left again, Johnson inside for Gallagher. Gallagher 30 metres out, last tackle. They've come right to McCarthy, but he'll kick back towards the left. Might be a little bit too deep for his chasers, and nicely taken there by Arafermo. Looked like he'd taken it in his in goal. But no, Marcus Jennett. He will point to the black dot and it'll be a line dropout. 6 minutes to play, so another chance here for the Butchers. It is 11 on 11. Had plenty of work to do though, Collies. They'll do well to hold out here. As Jerd provides the kick. As James over there on that side. Sorry, rather, Jolly rather. Parbury. He's held dead in front of the post, 20 metres out. They go left again, Jolly. Off his right foot, met there by Wood, and it looked like Foreman. Johnson on the inside to Gallagher. He'll go back towards the left. They're a little bit short out there, the Dogs. Gallagher dummies. On to McCarthy. Long ball to Johnson. Nice little spin there, and the ball spills back out, and Collies will have it. It's Chard away with the ball. Higgins in support. May have been the Butchers' last chance there. Still 5 minutes to play. Bit of a limp end, though, to that set. Lestrange on to Tilly. On to Nolea. Nolea held there. 5 metres over halfway. Slow play the ball. On to Phillips. Been outstanding again this afternoon, Phillips. Really put his hand up as his side went down a couple of troops. Lestrange comes left. On to Higgins. Cut out ball there for Jaeger. Jaeger going for the corner. The defence is coming. He goes back inside to Higgins and he spills it. Well, that would have been all she wrote. Now Parbury always gets into touch back inside to Lomax. And that would have sealed the game. Higgins just couldn't handle. It was a tough pass. Beautiful ball from Higgins to put Jaeger away there. Butcher's cover did just enough to make that pass difficult. They'll come away with it now. Here's James. 25 metres from his own line. They're going to have to do it from deep inside their own territory, the Butchers. Gallagher up towards the 30. Johnson and McCarthy over here on the left. Beath goes that way. Cut out ball for McCarthy. Lethal in broken field. He's broken into clear. He's got Johnson on the inside in support. Johnson going for the line. The cover's coming. Gets the offload to Crosland, and Crosland will score. Well, he was always going to be the danger man, Ty McCarthy. Johnson and McCarthy both in the blind side. Had to think that's the way they were going to go. And he finds some space there. Johnson in support. Great effort from the Dogs cover to force the final pass, but Crossland good enough to be there and ground the ball. And take the lead for his side with 3 minutes to play. He's the...
What number?
Crosland.
Oh, good on you.
He's the...
So what number is that?
He's the 2.
Number 2.
Crucial one there. The Dogs had done so well to repel a couple of Butchers' raids there on their own line, but as can sometimes happen, the danger came from inside their own half there, the Butchers. So Lomax will attempt the kick again. Butchers looking to get their extra man back on the field with Proza. And he will come back on now as Lomax attempts this kick. And he makes no mistake. So a 4-point lead for the Butchers. Only 2.5 minutes to play. We may see a short kickoff here from the Dogs. Have to think they won't die wondering. Jaeger, a fine exponent of the short kick. And it comes perhaps a bit deeper than he planned on it going, and Gallagher will collect that one and be held there by Tilly. Tough to take with the sun bearing down on him there. Lomax and Crosland. Well, Crosland, no, he's gone from 0 to 0 there, Crosland. He scored the go-ahead try and spilt the ball at his other end. So the Dogs, they will have one last chance here. Minute 50 on the clock. Have to look into the key men. You'd think Phillips, perhaps no layer out here on this left edge. Had some joy on this side and nearly had one against the feed there. Don't see that all too often. Some precious seconds chewed up there though. Clock not stopped. Clock it's running. Now it'll be stopped. They go blindside. This is Higham. Held there by McCarthy. So last roll of the dice here for the Dogs. Wood will settle. They've got some numbers here to the left, the Dogs. If they can get there quickly, they won't. Slow play the ball. Of course, they have their extra man back on the paddock at a crucial time, as it turns out. No layer with the plus point. Jaeger spilt the ball as well. Well, there it was for the Dogs. Jaeger, he still had some work to do with the defence coming across, but you had to have liked his chances there. Frustrating one there for Coach Nathan Feen. That's twice in the last 5 minutes. Dogs have had a chance to sort of seal the game. And both times the final pass goes to ground. Can't imagine we'll see too much adventure here from the Butchers. With only 30 seconds to play and a bit more argy-bargy. There's been plenty of it already in this game. Still a bit going on as the clock winds down. That'll just about do it. Inside the last 10 seconds now. And that is full time, so the Butchers will finish their season with a win. Gutsy effort there from both sides. Turned on a hell of a game in the second half as they were both down a few troops. And that's the end of the game, and Lomax will run the ball dead, and that's all she wrote. So the Butchers finish their season 4-point winners. Collies, they'll live to fight another day in the minor semi-final next week, but will be facing some sort of elimination. Few things to worry about. Obviously, the 2 weeks I've had off heading into this game show glimpses of what they can do there, but certainly some work to do in the week leading into the minor semi-final. Thank you for joining us, Mitch Jennings for Bar TV. We'll see you next week.
Come on into Collegians. Factory specialises in ribs, dry-aged steak and wood-fired pizzas, sourcing quality ingredients from the local area. So, see you at Collegians.
Is your smile holding you back? See the orthodontic specialists at Smile Team and discover how Invisalign could help you achieve the smile you've always wanted. Want to know more? Invisalign, the almost invisible teeth straightening aligners that will help you to create a winning smile. Contact Smile Team Orthodontics today to arrange your Invisalign assessment. Smile Team Orthodontics, 100% pure orthodontics.